Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Quay Walker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44. It's an option to the left side. And they had that one contained right at the line. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Goedert makes the catch. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they take him down right along the 30. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Taken in by Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the pistol, Hurts. Forced out to his right. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Play fake, it's Love. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Love from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. First down throwing for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's another carry for Barkley, and he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They go to Barkley again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Toss play to Barkley. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Hurts now from the gun. He's on the move. He keeps, and he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles stretch their early lead to 9. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles go up 10-zip here in the first. it's all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needing a little help to get picked up off the grass.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. Now he's past the 25. Jaden Reed! And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers reduce the lead to just 4. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, Britton Covey. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
On first down, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Quay Walker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. He's got to gain a 6 there. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they bring him down around the 34. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Option headed to the left on first down. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing here, Hurts. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles stretch their early lead to 9. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Jaden Reed to return this. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Love now to throw. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Love on 3rd and short. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They start with 2nd and 6. From the 37. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. Takes the handoff, now Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers face a 4-point deficit. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Covey now to return this. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game, and sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw, Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sending a receiver left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They send the tight end in motion. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Putting a receiver in motion. On 4th down, Hurts. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. They find 21 yards and get the 1st down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's able to get this down to the 13. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Packers all set to get back out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Gets this one to Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going play action. Watson with the catch. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Love out of the shotgun. This is reeled in by Reed. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Love to throw again. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Takes out a one-stop. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
First down throwing for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So second down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Hurts trying again on second down.